Hello, hello. Maybe I should also check out the starting screen. Starting starting soon. And then of course we will let that play out for a while. And then we'll click over into gameplay. I should say a big fat hello out there to chat. Maybe make that a little bit bigger. And eventually, or we'll have like a 5-minute starting stream thing as the audio here is playing. But then, of course, that will wrap up and we should get back into just the plain audio voice. So, my second stream of the day, first one was on Twitch, twitch.tv. If you are not familiar with watching me there, I do a live stream every day for DeFi Kingdoms. And that will be on, let's see, up here, twitch.com/rock808. We can pause this. Okay. So I'll drop this link into the chat. If you're not familiar with watching me there, then that's a place that you can check it out. So I do a lot of streams, starting stuff over there. Let's see. For this stream right now, what I'm interested in doing is doing a little bit more with the automation tool for the Waifu bot, Carlo. I did a whole stream about that today, earlier on Twitch, and I'm going to be uploading my little run through and how to here on YouTube. So I'm not going to get into all of the details for that. There is a, oops, let's go ahead here to Discord. I will go ahead, let's check out general chat here for a minute. Some other stuff being talked about. If you're not a part of this community, let me go ahead and send an invite to you here on YouTube as well. So this is the Discord community, which is where you can get the introduction and how to start for working with the automation tool bot for DeFi Kingdoms that I'm using here for what I'm working on today. And it runs through all the steps on how to download it, how to get it installed, and it's going to do automatic farming, questing for you on DeFi Kingdoms, which is what we're playing right here. So for me, I want to check out my folder, get over here to my downloads folder, and I've got 3 accounts that I want to make sure to set up with a bot. This account that we're looking at right here, which was probably my original DFK account. It's got some locked balance that we want to be farming. I've got a test account that doesn't have much locked balance, and I've got a play to earn that I started for my sandbox community months and months ago. We were going to be investing in some stuff, and I'm going to have a bot running on that account as well. So hopefully get some more value here to hand off to you viewers. We'll be running some games, some prizes, drawings, all that kind of stuff here on the live streams as well. So if you're not subscribed to me here on YouTube, definitely do that. We will be doing prizes and giveaways and all that kind of thing. Anyway, let's get to the work that I need to do here. So the first thing that I want to do, and all of these right now should be copies of each other, so it's just a matter of coming in here, getting these bots started. So I'm pretty sure that everything is set up, which is from the video that we did this morning. I'm just going to run through here real quick. We are going to be doing professions on this one. Let's expand this a little bit bigger. We'll allow up to 17 Gwei for a price. A warning limit, let's say warning limit 3, stop limit's 1 for our bot warnings on gas fees. We also want to make sure we are mining in Crystal Vale. We also want to make sure that we are not doing a force quest in batch right now for miners. Carlo gave us a little heads up that this is not working right at the moment. We should have an update soon. So we want to make sure we set the force quest in batch for crystal mining to be false. Gold mining, I am not going to be gold mining in Crystal Vale, so that's false. My pools in Crystal Vale are going to be 6 and 1 for the priority, and then we are going to allow 6, 1, 3, 2, which sounds about right. Carlos had also mentioned the order of this doesn't matter, but I'm going to put it in my own priority list and then be able to not have to look that up each time if I wanted to change something with the priority up here. So I'm only using 2 from my total into the priority at the moment. But this garden quest right here doesn't matter, the order. Stamina is 20. But again, this is for... we're looking at... these are the gardens. Yeah, stamina is 20. Batch size is 2. And for this, we do want to set true for the batch of the gardens, which does work. We want to be sending 2 gardeners at a time. See, we talked about this on the other video earlier today, which y'all can go and watch. Let's see, I'm just doing a quick check to get these bots started. 25, but we're not going to force that. We are going to be doing some transfers every 10 hours, and we are going to be doing level up. So this all looks good in this file. Oh, we do want to save. I clicked on don't save. So let's go in here one more time. The thing I wanted to do is change this 5 to a 3. Otherwise, everything else is good. Next thing that I wanted to do is double check that the item transfer is actually set to go where we want it to go and what we're trying to do. So it is going to my new safe account that's not got any bots attached to it. Let's see. We are going to be sending any more than, once we have 20 Gaia tiers, we'll be sending those. Not going to be sending any of these runes. All the other stuff we are sending, we are going to keep back a couple of mid-level crystals. Just 1, I guess, of each of those. And then we should be keeping back 6 of each of the lesser crystals for our stats. So that looks good. Everything else we're sending, and since we're checking only every 10 hours, I'm fine sending 1 of those things. If we wanted to save on gas, we could, of course, increase these numbers, but that's fine. For now, if it gets too crazy, maybe I'll make some other adjustments. In the meantime, stamina vials, we are going to allow 3 to be hanging out here under this account. And other than that, the mid-level crystals, we're going to hang on to 1 just in case we want it. And it looks like everything else is fine. So let's go ahead, and we didn't look like we made any changes there. And then finally, the level up specs. Should have all my stuff in here that I normally have. Everything looks good for this. All right. So this one's ready to go. So we are going to, on another screen, or I guess right here. Oops, keep this up. Start the bot. And there we go. On another screen, though, I need to come over here, make sure that I am at the right place, which I am. Let's see. And then I want to copy. All right. So for this, we're going to say, yes, that looks good. And yes, that looks good. And put in the key. And it looks like it is assigned to my Rock808 account, 1CD, which is the right one. And we're going to get that kicked off. Oh, also, I should be seeing, oh, everything's good. Okay. So that's good. The next thing that I want to do, and we'll minimize that. Actually, let's wait just a moment while the verification process happens. I should see at least 1 or 2 entries. There we go. So we're collecting a few things. That's what I wanted to see, just that stuff was happening. Level up for a pirate gardening. Let's check this out for just a minute. We're looking for vitality as the primary stat, and then strength and dex as secondary stats that are coming up. And it takes a little bit of time. I don't see that we're having to worry about any GUI settings, so I'm wondering if we are at the minimum there. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. So sent, finally we get it back, and we see +2 for vitality, strength is a +1, dex is a +2, so not too shabby, but look at this. It's the only stats, it's only got a +5 for that level of all the other things, so not great as far as a level up. All right, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and minimize that. We have a couple of other bots we need to get started, which is why I am here right now for this stuff. I'm wondering, I hope I don't need to have my OBS window up on the other screen to be able to see chat messages. If I minimize this window, chat window seems to go down as well. That's not cool. If can I pop that out? Since this is a test, well, we'll test in a minute. I don't got anybody watching right now anyway. So let's go ahead and get out of this one, and then we're ready to go to account number 2. Account number 2, if we come over to our MetaMask and take a look at this account right here, does not have much of locked balance, does not have much of anything. I'm going to be running training quests on this account right here. It shouldn't have too much. It does look like it has 55 joule for gas. That's quite a bit more than I would expect. Do we have inventory? We do have some inventory right here that looks like we're going to need to transfer over to the primary account. I don't see any runes for leveling up. That could be problematic. We're going to have to see on this if that is going to be problematic, because here I'm only going to be running training quests. Is that going to give me runes? Shavas runes and so on for leveling up. It will hopefully give me some of those lesser crystals that we could use for leveling up rather than having to buy some. So we're going to see how that goes. And do I have any heroes already waiting over here? It says no. Let's refresh. It's possible that I don't have any heroes waiting here. No. All right. That is fine. So again, this account is going to be for training quests. So we're going to keep that in mind as we come in here and make some changes. In this particular case, we do want to set Crystal Veil to be training. We're going to go ahead and keep the 17 Gwei. Let's go ahead and change that to 3 and 1 as we had on the last thing. Do we want to be doing crystal mining? False, right? Do we want to be doing mining for gold? False. Do we want to be gardening? No. I hope cutting this out will actually turn it off and say no. You know, up here we have a, do we want to mine gold? False. Do we want to mine crystal? False. Here for the gardening, we don't have a do you want to mine or do you want to send for gardening? So hopefully that's not going to send gardeners. Oh, I guess we're doing training quests up here, so it's certainly not going to send for gardeners. All right. So it's not going to even send fishing and foraging. We don't really need to worry about that. We're going to set it to be 25 stamina on the training. That means we're going to get the most bang for the buck as far as our stamina costs. And do we want to send these guys in batch? Oh man, you know, I don't really know what the best thing to do for this is going to be. I'm going to say, oops, we're going to keep it false. We're not going to send it in batch, which would require probably 6 at a time. So we'll just do 1 at a time right here. Tell you what, maybe we should. Although, if there's only 1 hero going to those things, maybe that's not really good. So we're going to say false, because I'm only going to have a few heroes here doing training quests. And so I'm not going to have enough to do 6 on each of these different things. We are going to set whether turn on item transfer for Sarandale. No, we are going to be doing 10-hour transfers for Crystal Veil. Are we going to level up? Yes, we will. So I think the rest of that is going to be fine. So we'll save that. Then we have item transfer stuff, and this should be exactly the same as we saw before. It's got my new account that's safe from the bots, and we shouldn't be needing any tiers over here. So if we've got some tiers, go ahead and send. In fact, I mean, I could really just lower that a little bit. We aren't going to be sending any runes away, at least for right now. If we have any of these other items, go ahead and send those off. Keep, again, a various number or a small number of medium-sized crystals. Keep a little bit larger amount of the lesser, which we're going to be using more often. So 6 of all these lesser attunement crystals. We do want to potentially have a couple of stamina vials. And other than that, I think this is pretty good for what we want. I'm going to go ahead and save that as well. For the level up specs, it's the same thing that I always use for all of the 3 accounts that we have. So I just copied and pasted, or just copied the whole thing. So I think we're fine there. And because I might be moving heroes around, I just use the same set. Even though this hero, of course, can only be in one place at the same time, it's easier for me just to set a definition and then just copy this into all of my level up specs. So I think that's going to be fine too. And in that case, I think we're ready to start the bot over here, which shouldn't really be doing much of anything yet. Let's see. We are on DFK Comp 2. Let's see what we've got. And here, we're going to do enter or yes. Paste our key right there. So this one is for the 808 test, which is what we've got right here, right? All right, let's check that out for one more minute. I do have a couple of heroes that I need to load onto here. It looks like I might need to add a little bit of crystal also, just so we have something. I know for level ups, it's going to cost crystal, and I think here for the training quest, we're only going to be getting gold. So this might not be, the training quest might not be very profitable for me. It's really more about leveling those guys up, I think, quicker. So I just want to verify what we're sending off here. So the Gaiateers, the Amber Taffy, and while I'm looking at that, maybe I can pull up this just in case anyone's trying to chat. Looks like nobody is yet. I need a way to pop this window out. Toggle timestamps. Definitely want to toggle timestamps. And live chat as I think what we want. We be live. Okay, and Darkweed. So these should be going to that account, which is good. That all looks good. Frostbloaters, drums, King Pinchers, Lantern Eye, and that might be all that I've got. Looks like it's not continuing on. So if I check in my inventory right now, and looks like there is still a few more things. So the Spider Fruit, Swift Thistle, I think that is, yeah. And let's check out. Yeah, so there we go with our milkweed, ragweed, and so on. All right, while this is getting underway, let's minimize this and let's move on to our final thing that we need to set up. So this one is going to be under, oops, it's going to be under the Play to Earn Investment Fund. This is for my my group of people that I'm giving giveaways and gifts for. So if you're a member of my community, then you'll get some gifts and giveaways and all that kind of stuff that I'm doing every now and then. We've got a Discord, which I'm not going to bother sharing right at the moment. Maybe I'll leave it in the description below. But there'll be plenty of opportunities to catch me live, and we can deal with that at another time. So for here, I want to pull up the thing again. We're going to come to the Play to Earn, and we're going to go into the config file. This one is going to be another profession. So we've got professions. We're going to set that to maybe 3, maximum of 17. This account does not have a ton of assets in it. Only 3 heroes as well, I think, right now at the moment. We are going to be doing crystal mining. Make sure that that's false. We are not going to be doing gold mining. what pools do we have available to us here? So this, I think, is only going to be number 6. Let's check. If we take a look at the marketplace and then look at the trader, the druid, Crystal and ETH is the only thing that we've got right there. And if we take a look at the gardening pools, Crystal ETH should be 6, right? So here we only care about pool number 6. We want to limit to pool number 6, and we will even prioritize it. I don't even know if we need to prioritize it, but I'm going to anyway. We're going to send it stamina 20 for this. We are going to try to do a true, we are going to set true for batch, forcing batch quests, which means we need always 2 gardeners, or divisible by 2. And they're 2, 4, 6. So we'll need to double check that real quick. Fishing, foraging, and then of course we don't need to worry about the training stuff since we are going to be doing professions. So item transfer is true. Every 10 hours again is fine, and it is true we're going to level up. So that config looks good here. Let's go ahead and save this. And while we're, I guess item transfer, I should have just copied and pasted, so this one should be fine too. Everything that we're going to be doing, again, maybe we just want to permanently change that to be a little bit lower. We're not going to be sending off any of our stuff. All the other things look good. File, save, and level up should be exactly the same as all the rest. So again, I'm just going to come and quickly verify, but it's good. Okay, then before I even start this, let's check our heroes and just make sure. I've only got 2 heroes. Oh my goodness. We've got 2 gardeners. Okay, that's fine. 2 gardeners in there is all that I've afforded, or all that I've purchased so far for this account. But what that is going to do for us, it is going to get to work on the liquidity pool. We are getting a little bit of lock balance. I might end up getting a miner at some time, but I think what I would want to do if I do any more with this account, I would want to get some kind of approval from our group that is going to be sharing some of the rewards there. All right. So in this particular case, we are going to pull this back up and start our bot. And over on here, let's make sure we're all set up where we need to be here. And we'll say yes, and we'll say yes, and we will paste a key. So this is for 808 fam right here. Looks like it is good. Those heroes were sent for gardening. Checking items in Crystal Vale, we'll see what gets sent from that. And actually right now, we can even come and check this one as well and see how this one ended up doing. It did end up getting done with the Shimmer Skin, Speckled Tail, and Swift Thistle. And so now we're not going to go in there and check, but it looks like it's finished up sending what it needs to send. Let's check our inventory over here. I do have just a few items of inventory. In this account, I should be getting a little bit of crystal every day and a little bit of jewel every day. Let's check out our jewel. So 161 jewel here and 6 crystal there. And I am keeping a spreadsheet with some of that information. On another screen, on a Google spreadsheet there. So all of that does look good. So I think we're good to go. The only thing I'm noticing here, this one does not have any runes either. So maybe I should buy some things for the level ups here real quick. Let's just check our heroes. I'm not sure that the heroes are going to be leveled up anytime soon. This one could be leveled up in a couple of days, maybe. It's only a level 2, so I think it's only going to need 2 runes. This one's got a few more days to go. So let's use a little bit of crystal. Kind of want to save as much jewel as I can. Mystical Meows, hey, hello there. Hello. Can you hear me, Mystical Meows? Just to verify that I am actually speaking through the mic fine. Doing a little bit of streaming on YouTube, as you see. Thanks for stopping in. I think also the stream, I need to change something with the stream. I think the stream is about 20 or 30 seconds behind where I'm actually at. I'd like quite a bit less latency, where it's a little bit more interactive. Here, yay, very good. This is just a short little stream that I'm doing right now. I'm probably not going to be on here too much longer, but I'm glad you stopped by. I just wanted to do a first little YouTube stream, get things running, make sure all my configuration in OBS software was right and volume levels were good. Welcome to YouTube. Yeah, thanks a lot, Mystical Meows. Yeah. So, yeah, everything seems to be fine. I got my bots set up. We're running 3 bots for the accounts in here right now for some various things. And that's what I was setting up. I've got a couple of accounts for the play to earn group of people and some other stuff. So wanted to get those running. I'm doing some profession questing on one bot and training questing on another bot. Let's see. Anyway, let me wrap this up so I can get done with this stream and get to some other stuff that I need to get to. But thanks for stopping by. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. At the moment, though, I just want to make sure that these guys have a few runes to level up just in case they need it. So let's go ahead, come into here, into the trade option. We're going to go to runes, or Shavas probably. And I probably need to pick up maybe 6 of these. Let's see how much it's going to cost me. It's only going to cost me 1.9 crystal for that. So I'm going to go ahead and let's tell you what, since we're here, let's see how the price is looking at these on a longer term. So if I come over and look at the deck screener and I look at Shavas on the DFK chain, and we're going to check that compared to crystal right here, then let's see what we're looking like. So if we do pull out for a little bit. So for the last couple of weeks, it looks like value's been going up. Oh, and let's reverse this though, actually. Invert the pair. So we're looking at the value of DFK Shvas compared to crystal over the last several weeks. And here is where we see, look, this is what makes a lot more sense, and that it's going down over the last few weeks, right? And if we look at the price of US dollar, or in crystal rather than US dollars, then we can also see it's a big drop there, right? So one Shvas is actually a lot less crystal now than it had been, and just since today, just a few hours ago. So I think now is like a really good time to buy. Of course, it looks like it's still going down quite a bit. So maybe we do want to wait a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and buy, since we had this huge drop right here, I'm going to go ahead and buy maybe 9 of them, which is only going to cost 2.86 crystal. And then that way we have quite a few for a while. And that should be good. Gas price looks low. We'll confirm that. We're not going to add that to MetaMask though. All right, so now I should have plenty to use for leveling up. Let's go ahead and check our inventory. Should see those pop up here any moment. Also, I think I need to send some value over to that other account. There we go with our 9. Because this is the investment account, I don't feel that I can send anything out of here to my personal account. Well, I shouldn't say I can't. I did put I loaned a lot of value in, and I have another place where I have written down how much I loaned in, which I technically, I guess, and I guess there's no written contracts about it, so there might not even be the word technically, but my intention was that I would put in a bunch of value, several $1,000s into this investment account for a certain amount of time. Nothing was hard-coded or specified, but probably a couple of months. And then I was going to take that back out and do whatever I needed to do with it personally, but at least that would get the ball rolling for this investment account. And then I was thinking it should be able to live on its own. I've still got my own personal investment in here right now. I feel like at the moment I'd like to keep it in, and I don't want to take some out now and have to worry about how much do I want to take out later. So I think we're just going to keep it all in for now and not send anything to my personal account. So what that means is, if I want to come over to the second account, the Rock 808 test account, and look at that, I realize that this one, let's refresh the page again, and we see here no crystal and a bit of jewel. Okay, so it's got some jewel for gas, which I think is going to be fine for a little while. But we do want, if we look at the inventory, probably no Shvas ruins there as well. So let's do a few things here. One is, back to the trader, we're going to need a small amount of crystal to level up when and if that happens. So let's take jewel and get some crystal for that, and let's just start off with maybe 5. I don't plan to have a lot of heroes in here doing training quests, so I'm not expecting them to level up a lot. So we're going to get 5 crystals for them to be able to do that. It's only going to cost us 6.6 jewel. We'll confirm. Gas looks good. We'll confirm that. We do want to add crystal to MetaMask, just in case I haven't done it already. But yeah, this action will affect edit tokens that already listed on our wallet. So we don't need to do that. And the next thing that I want to do after we have a little bit of crystal is I want to get some of the Shavas runes here as well. And interestingly enough, the types of heroes that are going to be in this account are probably going to require a larger number of runes for them to level up, because doing the training quest, these are going to be higher level heroes already. So what do I want to do with this? I think I'm going to get, again, even though less heroes are going to be here, let's go ahead and get some more of those. 9 might be enough, but 9, I think, if one of those level ups takes 5 each, that could be pretty substantial. But that's what we're going to do for now. And I think what I want to do is even get a Moshka rune as well. So this right here, and let's just get 2 of those. These are the higher level runes for leveling up higher level heroes once they get a bit more. So we're just going to grab 2 for now. I don't expect that I'm going to need those very quickly. All right, so now this guy, little test account, has some inventory. Let's just double check. We got 5 crystal waiting. We've got still 44 jewel ready to do things if we need it. We shouldn't really be doing a lot here necessarily. And let's make sure that our other runes come in. There they are. All right. Okay. And this also doesn't have any heroes in it at the moment. So I need to be moving in my heroes for the training quests. And those, I think, are going to come. I think I've got 3 heroes to put in here. Let's see. It's going to come from my main account that does not have a bot attached to it. And let's check out the heroes that I've got here. Yeah, these 3 heroes are going over there. And if we do a flip on these, so level 10, level 5, and level 9, and if we flip these over, we can see that even the level 5 has a wisdom of 23, right? So it's pretty high wisdom. This guy has a couple of 24s, and this guy has a 26. So, man, even for a level 10, I feel like this Gen 0 was not taken care of very well for being a level 10 and only having 24 as the highest stats here, whereas this level 5 has a 23, and I think this is a level 7, no, level 9 has a 26. Of course, it could just be the RNG gods have cursed this one a little bit. But whatever the case is, let's move these guys over to the other account where they can start doing their training quests. So I'm going to grab the wallet address for that other account, and then we are going to refresh the page here, come into the tavern, and the barkeep, or we can send those over. So we'll send off this guy first. Verify that we're sending it to the right place. Gas looks cheap. This guy we summoned with today. So we summoned with our Gen 0. And we ended up getting a miner that was not too shabby. It was a warrior miner. Probably end up selling that at some point, or maybe gifting it away to somebody on stream. It's good. Nothing wrong with it at all. Warrior miner. Let's see, send off this guy as well. Gas looks good. And we'll do one more, and then I think we'll wrap up the stream here. So select this guy. Again, gas looks good. And I think we're going to do another summon tomorrow, perhaps, with a couple of the other Gen Zeros. See what we can get. They're not really geared to mining. They're more of gardeners. I could use some more gardeners as well. We'll see what is best for them. All right, let's take a look at our heroes now over here, and no heroes are there. All right, so all the heroes should be going to work, and if we check this account right here, we can see that looks like those heroes are sent for strength training, wisdom training, and the other hero should be popping up here in a moment. Collected strength training. I wish it would tell me how it did. I guess one thing we could do is come over to here and look at the Bravo Slab. Well, man, I think you are addicted to stream. Yes, yes. Thanks for popping in. I'm not going to be on stream too much longer. I just was doing a short little stream. I guess I have been streaming for almost an hour now, though. You're on YouTube. But I wanted to do a few things, and I've been meaning to get a YouTube stream going. All right. How are you doing? This isn't the normal time you're probably watching streams, huh? Let's see. My DFK2 account. Let's do a refresh on this. And we should see 3 heroes in here. And they should have all done their, oh, this one needs to wait until 25. So he's going to wait a little bit longer before he actually runs and, or yeah, does his quest. All right. In the meantime, I got 75 gold, which is actually not a lot. from those first 2 quests. It makes me want to come over to here, grab my wallet address, and then come over to the bank and plug in that wallet address and go to history and look at this. So first guy only got 50 gold, second guy got 25 gold. They did increase in their experience, and that's one of the main reasons that we're doing this. I'm mentally depressed, but physically in shape, so I'm good, I guess. What about you? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, actually. But I'm glad that you're at least physically in shape. I am doing well, I think. I'm a little tired. It's the end of the day for me. It's about 10 p.m. Just about my normal bedtime, I guess. But other than that, I'm pretty good. Yeah. Mentally depressed, is that something you care to chat about a little bit? Is it just because the market's down? Got other stuff going on? I don't want to open up a can of worms, especially since I'm just about done with streaming for today. But I'm sorry to hear that. I know it's no fun to be in a bit of depression. Let's see here. All right, so this guy looks good. The issue is he's only going to be getting gold. We're going to be slowly draining our jewel and our crystal as we do things. And unfortunately, I don't know if 75 gold, let's check the trader real quick and just see marketplace and the trader. And if we do something with DFK gold and we look at how that's going to convert to USDC as an example, so that was not even, it was just about 1 penny. What if we try to convert that into crystal instead? It's only 0.4 of a crystal. Wow. I'm not sure if, man, I'm not sure if doing the training quests at this rate are even going to be worth it there. I mean, I could have them go off to some other accounts, which I haven't, which I wasn't going to do because I wanted them to level up quicker. And gardeners and miners will certainly level up quicker this way because they won't have to spend, 4 hours actually questing. They'll just spend, 2 minutes questing. Let's see. Just kidding. Bravo Slab says, funny to see someone streams DFK these days. Oh, really? I think there's a couple of people streaming DFK. There's Inner Grove, Crypto Grady, Climb Crypto. I don't know if they're live though, right? I think Crypto Grady is live and Inner Grove might be live sometimes. I think I've been the only streamer that's streaming live on Twitch. And that's usually where I stream. I'm getting back a little bit into YouTube stuff because YouTube is a little bit more discoverable. It's hard for audience to find me. If you're the only streamer on a platform like Twitch, people generally aren't looking for DeFi Kingdoms over on Twitch because Not many people stream there, right? I'd probably do more searches for DeFi Kingdoms here on YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to like YouTube streaming more than Twitch streaming. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely thought I wanted to get some content on YouTube as well. It is a platform where I want to house videos for longer periods of time. I think Twitch only keeps videos for about 2 months at the most, and then they get dropped off and deleted. And some of the content that I want to put together is meant to be long-term for maybe years, although maybe some concepts are going to change from time to time. You thought the DEX was dead? What? Do the Frisky Fiasco? Are you kidding me? No, man. There really was no Frisky Fiasco. It was a lot of FUD. And a lot of people left because of the FUD that they heard. Not a lot of that stuff was verified. There was some sketchy stuff. I don't want to say that there wasn't, but all that stuff got resolved, and DFK has been doing really well. I mean, about to open Serendale 2.0 on Clayton blockchain. A lot of good stuff is coming down the road. Lots of progress has been made on Crystal Veil, making some good money there. I personally just bought a couple of Gen Zero heroes. Prices have come down, as they have everywhere on all the blockchain games. So yeah, it's definitely not dead. Definitely not dead. In fact, I think I'm more excited about it now than I was 6 months ago, and I was pretty excited about it then. All right, let's see. I think that's good for this video here. Let's just make sure that I've got everything done that I wanted to do. Bot should be running, going for the training quests. Got those collected. I think everything's running fine. Okay. And I do want to check real quick in here what other tokens I might have. I don't think I've got a lot on this account. Like I said, just a little bit of Jewel. Going to build up that gold on here quite a bit. That gold will be the quickest advancement that we've got. And I think I've got some liquidity. No, I don't. I should not have any liquidity here. No. Okay. And I don't think there's anything in the jeweler, which there should not be, but I'm going to double check. No, there's not. I don't think there's any airdrop stuff coming to this account. And I also want to check on Harmony blockchain just to make sure. Bravos, are you fully out of DFK right now? I'm supposing you are if you're not sure of what's going on over there right now. But there are some changes that are happening, and if you're not aware of those, I think you should be aware of some things. So I can talk about those real quick. Let's see, I want to change to Harmony blockchain for this. And what we're looking for here is, let's refresh. And I want to take a look specifically at the jeweler, which should not have anything. I want to take a look at the liquidity pools, which again should not have anything here either. Pull my lock balances out of this. Heroes should be out of this account there. And inventory items should be all moved over already. Okay, good deal. Yeah, Bravos, if you weren't aware, Harmony blockchain has been having some problems. They had their bridge got hacked some time ago, and somebody ran off with a bunch of stable coins and stuff. Fortunately, all of our DeFi Kingdoms assets were safe, but a bunch of the stable coins like USDC, and I should say not just stable coins, but some Bitcoin, Ethereum, wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Ethereum might have got absconded with as well. And there were a couple of other issues with Harmony not necessarily upgrading or being a good chain for a couple of other reasons, I guess. And so DeFi Kingdoms team is moving off of the Harmony blockchain over to Clayton blockchain for Serendale. And so if you haven't yet, if you do still have anything sitting over on Harmony, whether it's in liquidity pools or heroes or stuff in the tavern for sale, inventory, all that kind of stuff, you definitely want to move those over to bridge them over to your account on Crystal Vale. The bridge is going to be open for a little while, so there's no real major rush on that. But we can't, every week that goes by, they're turning things off slowly here on Harmony's Serendale. Crystal Vale Crystal Vale is accessible now. We can do a bunch of stuff on Crystal Vale. And then Serendale 2.0 is going to open up again on the Clayton blockchain, which they're adding probably this next month in October. It's possible that it could get a little bit delayed till November, but everyone's looking like we'll have the first bit of it. And again, it could be another good time to get in. So if you are looking to jump in on some great new tokens and incentivization for the new blockchain for Clayton, I think there's going to be some super high percentage APRs for some new pools. That could be really good for you too, to check out. All right. I think I've done all the tests that I need, or checks that I need to make sure that this is going smoothly over here. I've got the automation tools running to do the automated questing that I need to do, which has really been a lifesaver. In fact, that is inspired me to buy more heroes. Yeah, Bravos Lab, if you weren't aware, up to almost 100 heroes now in a couple of different accounts. So that's pretty cool. Heroes are pretty cheap. I think you can get a good hero or a floor hero, I guess, for about $8 these days. So it's easy to get a dozen of them. If you want to spend a little bit more, you could do that as well. And to get a little bit better hero. But even questing floor heroes ends up having a good return on investment over time. Selling a level 10 can get you a decent amount more return. All right. Other than that, I think I am out for the evening. Just wanted to get this first YouTube stream up under the belt. Everything was good. I will be streaming more often on YouTube as well. I'm certainly going to be keeping my early stream on Twitch for DeFi Kingdoms, but I probably am going to try to get an evening stream for YouTube set up, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll switch those around eventually or whatever. But we'll see what I can do. All right. Anyway, Mr. Meows, Bravos Labs, thanks for stopping by. We are going to wrap things up at this point. But I appreciate it, and I will see y'all again soon.